Hi everybody, this is Jeff Veale, the business guru, coming to you from downtown Manila in the Philippines. And we're here with an awesome guest tonight, a gentleman all the way from the UK. We had a couple of UK people today, and we're normally over in America, as you know. We had an Italian, we had a bit of everything today, even an Aussie. But I've got a great guest to introduce you to shortly. But don't forget, guys, come on, Stars on Spotlight. We're doing this up until the 23rd of December. Think about it. TV commercial costs you about 30 grand for a TV commercial, and they'll probably go and make a cup of tea while the commercial's on. If you want 10 radio spots in your city, you're probably looking between $3,000 and $5,000. But if you want to come on Stars on Spotlight, we'll put you across 14 different platforms, including all your socials, all over the place, including YouTube, all totally free. So let's put you out amongst the world, guys. Reach out, like and subscribe to this channel, and meet some interesting guests, just like my next guest I'm about to introduce. I'm in the dark here, so bear with me, guys. A gentleman by the name of Gareth Hoyle. And Gareth is the CEO of a marketing company, Marketing Signals. It's a search marketing agency. Been in the game for some 20 odd years. He's got some interesting stories to tell us. He does mainly SEO and PC agency with a focus on links and PR. And he's an advocate of the 4-day work week, which is, I like that idea as well. We're here to work, we're here to play, guys, not to just to work. He's built his business to 300 staff and it walked it back down to 30. And then he implemented the 4-day work week successfully. And that stuff works, guys. You don't need to work all your life. Output, not attendance, is very important. And a SOP, that means standard operating procedure, guys. It means you can measure everything. So your people, guys, are only as good as your instructions. So don't go blaming them, blame yourself. Get clear and concise and work together. Work together, guys, and make it awesome, right? Interesting fact about himself is worst question ever. He collects money, not normal money. He likes to collect gold and silver coins, and he can talk about stacking bullion for hours. So basically, that's a bit about Gareth. So hello there, Gareth. How are you, buddy? Welcome to the show. What's happened to your sound? Your sound's gone. We're gonna have to lip read today, readers.
There we go. I don't know
There
what
he
happened
is.
there.
He's
There we
back.
go. I'm back. I'm
It's
back.
called it's called technology. Technology. Don't you love his accent, guys? He's like the original gangster.
All these years of video calls, and I'm still on bloody mute.
It happens to the best of us. Don't worry. Let's get this started. Tell us about your journey and what inspired you to pursue your career. How did this all start?
Yeah, well, 25 years ago, I was working in retail in a bathroom shop, and the internet was sort of in its infancy, but people were starting to go online.
Yep.
And I'd spend all day designing someone's bathroom. I'd go through all the pricing. I'd give them all the information, and then they'd leave. If I didn't close them on the day, they'd leave and they'd go and search online.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. That's a good one. I love that one.
you generally get it cheaper online. So
Yes.
they
Yeah.
then started to ghost me, and I just thought, well, the future of retail is not stood in a shop.
No,
The future of
definitely not.
retail is online.
Yeah.
So I
Cheaper,
made
faster, better.
yeah, and at the time I didn't even own a computer, so that's where my skill set was at. But I decided to go to university and study e-business, so how to do business on the internet. Now, this is 2004, so we're kind of pre everything that we now know, really.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
um, it was people were suspicious about putting their credit card details into the internet, and it was hard to convince people. I mean, my first website that I made, we sold natural stone tiles. Like, these are high,
All
like
right, lovely.
$1,000, $2,000 a room. Nobody trusted us because it was just the early days of the internet. So
Yes.
um, after I graduated university, I finished top of my year. I was working for General Electric, the American corporation. I was the middleman between their Indian operations and the US headquarters, because I was sat in the UK, kind of halfway in between the two. And they offered me a graduate scheme, and I said no, because working for the man is not for me, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
I
likewise.
I then I started my own SEO business where we were working with small businesses like dentists and builders and construction
Yep,
workers,
yep.
which
Tradespeople,
was
yep, in
fine.
general.
Yeah, but these are small budgets with big expectations, shall we
Absolutely.
say?
And they don't even bother to answer the
Um,
phone because they're on a roof doing the roofing and they can't answer the phone, so they blame you.
Absolutely, can't be. It's always the lead's fault, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
never the person at the other end of the phone. So I did that for a couple of years, and then I just got sick of dealing with people that didn't value what I was doing.
Yep.
So we then flipped the business to become an outsourcing partner for UK and US agencies, and done a
Awesome.
bit of work in Australia. Um, and then yeah, we've just grown from there, from me working at home in my bedroom to 300 people all around the world in multiple offices with infrastructure and staffing, and
Yep.
yeah, it's just crazy days really. Not what I set out to do. It just sort of grew.
No. What's been the most challenging part of your work and how have you overcome that?
Yeah, I love what we do because it's black and white. What I really struggle with sometimes is the people side of stuff.
Yes.
So people make promises that they can do something and they can't. Everybody is brilliant according to their resume, according to their job interviews. But then once you get them through the door, they don't achieve what you're trying to do. We grew fast from 0 to 300 in
Yes.
around a year.
Yep.
So it was hard. Like and you know, you trust people
Like herding
and people
cats,
let you
right?
down.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the way I overcame it is to hire specialists into my leadership team. So I think one of the best things that I've
Very,
always
very,
done
yeah,
over the
very clever.
years
Very clever.
is keep my leader, like my lieutenants, if you like, are
Yes.
very strong. And one of them, a chap called Harry, he's not even an SEO really. He's a business manager.
Yep.
So he's very good at process. He's very good at project management. He doesn't need to be
SEO.
a coder. Yeah, he doesn't need to be a digital marketer. He needs to be a
People,
business
yeah, people skills.
process. Yeah. So that's kind of how I try to eliminate that aspect of stuff. But again, it is just people. Like most problems in most businesses are people shaped. It's
Yeah,
not it's not the
people don't
technology.
real
It's not
yeah, people don't realize. Yeah. Yeah.
it's but again, that's I can't do it on my own, so I have to hire people.
Absolutely. One of our secrets, by the way, guys, you don't know, we don't normally tell you this, and but Gareth will appreciate it. We double up. If you hire Susie, uh, Susie's not always doing your work. I've got Susie doing it one day, Mary doing it another day. The reason being, Susie might ghost us, disappear, and you've got no one to do your work. So I make sure I double everyone up. So every client has got at least two people doing their work so that I can't get caught in the lurch. Because bottom line, your work's important and you want your work done. I can't afford when someone ghosts me. You don't want to hear my excuse or my story. As I said, you want your work done. So Gareth can relate to all that, I'm sure.
Absolutely, and a little bit of competition in the team's not going to do the output any problems, is it?
No,
Keeps them on the toes.
not at all. Not at all. And they learn from each other. We cross train guys. We learn from each other. In your opinion, what are the key qualities or skills that have contributed to your success? Obviously, you're a great organizer.
Yeah, I mean the risk of just giving a cheesy business answer, tenacity. Like you are going to get kicked down
Sure.
8 times before you get that ninth good idea.
Yep.
I think where I see a lot of people fail is you've always got to be selling. Just because you've got a good pipeline today doesn't mean
Yes.
you'll have a good pipeline tomorrow. And
That's right. Very
you
true.
can be you can be the best person in the world at doing the job, but if you don't tell anyone, then you're not going to get the
Yep.
leads through the door.
That's
And
right.
I think for me, it's kind of an overarching desire to succeed. I grew up in a very affluent town in Cheshire in the UK, and whilst we weren't poor, my parents certainly weren't rich. My father was a policeman, and my mother worked in a shop. So I found that living in a luxury area made me want a luxury life.
Yeah, fair
and
enough
the
too.
way to
Yep.
and the way to get the luxury life was I had to go out there and
And
generate
work.
it for myself.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You had a
So
taste of it. It's a good life, isn't it? And guys, everything costs money. Where I live in a sub penthouse here in the Philippines. I can go downstairs and get a beautiful tomahawk steak, some of the best wines, some of the best cheeses, but they cost a bomb. But that's why I work hard, so I can afford them. Simple as that.
um,
You know.
there has to be some rewards for the stress that we go through.
Absolutely. And
But
and I'm probably like you. I eat lobster one week, I might eat baked beans next week, but the good thing is it's by choice because I happen to like baked beans, right?
absolutely.
That's the difference. Tell me, how do you stay motivated and continue to innovate in this interesting field of yours?
Well, I mean, some of my motivation comes from the fact that I'm divorced, so I had to clip my net worth in half. So
That
that
helps.
that, that keeps me going.
Don't do that one again.
To
Yeah.
be honest with you, well, it'll take a hell of a woman. Let's put it that way. We digress. The What I love about SEO is the gamification. Like it's although it's no longer just 10 blue links on a page, it's still a battle to get to number one. And
Yes.
you've got to innovate and you've got to be constantly testing and the algorithms change. There's the last 18 months, there's never been so many Google updates than I've known in the
Yes.
last 20 years. Like
Yes.
it's absolutely crazy at the moment.
Chaos. Yeah.
But this is also what I love about SEO. Like there is
Best man
money in the
wins.
chaos.
Yep.
Yeah. Like well, also, the what is the saying is smooth seas do not make a good sailor.
All that. Yep.
So if you're thriving as an agency in today's climate,
Yes.
then you're going to be fine because there's global recessions, there's
Yep.
budgets getting cut, clients are taking longer to make decisions. But yeah, it's what I love about SEO. To be honest, it's a big game, isn't
It's a
it? Really?
challenge. It's a challenge. And talking about number one, guys, I've always, from a marketing point of view, and I've 50 years of marketing, I've always said to myself, I don't want to be number one. I'll number two or three because I figure people go to number one and get the prices and look at it all, then scroll down to number two and number three, and they might not go back to number one. That's my theory, right? So I don't care whether as long as I'm one, two, or three, I don't really care. But number one's not always the pinnacle for me. If I'm happy in two and three spot, believe it or not. So that's just my marketing aspect of it all. But guys, the guy with the best marketing wins. You don't have to have the best product. You've got to have the best marketing. Otherwise, how would fucking McDonald's exist today with the crap that they put out as a hamburger, right? How would KFC survive? How would Pizza Hut survive serving up bloody cardboard pizzas, right? They got the best marketing guys. So get a good product and be the best marketer. You don't have to have the best product. It does help though, but be the best marketer. The best marketer wins. Tell me, tell us about it.
Get yourself to Jollibee's, McDonald's.
Yeah, that's the one. Tell us a recent project or achievement that you're particularly proud of. What's been happening?
Yeah, I mean, one thing that I really really like is like personal development of my leadership team. So,
Yes, sure,
um, like seeing their skill sets grow, seeing their
sure.
responsibility grow. We've had staff that we took on as apprentices, paying them $10,000 a year that are now on
Yep,
$50,000, $60,000 a year, and
that's awesome.
looking after teams and just seeing the skill set and seeing the change that you can make to people's lives, like seeing them going from living at home with their parents to buying their own house,
Awesome.
and
Yeah,
just really seeing them thrive. That coupled with the fact that we managed to successfully implement a 4-day work week,
yeah,
which
they'd love.
I'm quite strange as an employer. Like I genuinely don't believe that 2 days off is a fair swap for 5 days on.
Yep,
Like
not bad. I agree
we
with you.
work, we've got tools. Like we're intelligent people. Like
Yep,
in the 1920s, Henry Ford introduced the 5-day work week because of mechanization
Yes.
in the industrial revolution. I believe that we're in the technology revolution right now. We're right in the heart of it, and it's not even
Absolutely.
begun really.
No, not at all.
And so if I can get the same output from my team in 4 days
Yep.
than I can in 5 days, then why wouldn't I give them the freedom to enjoy life rather
Yep.
than being
Yeah,
stuck in an
absolutely.
office?
And then why would they want to leave when you've got a great boss like Gareth? Why would you want to leave? I mean, when you've got a good company, it's not a job, guys. It's a passion. You buy in. You get your people to buy in, and then the rest of it, it's smooth sailing somewhat, guys. Once we can get to that stage. Tell us, what advice would you give someone aspiring to follow in your footsteps?
Back yourself. Like
Yeah,
nobody's
absolutely.
going to do it for you. Nobody is going to do it for you.
No one's going to
Nobody
save
is
you.
going to put the
Yep,
money in the till. Nobody is going to cook your food for you. Get out there, take a risk, and you know what? If it doesn't work out, at least you tried.
that's right. And
I would rather
get a
try and
mentor.
I'd rather
Reach out to Gareth and people like Gareth and me. Ask questions. Reach out to people. They're happy to help you. Just got to ask, guys. Just got to get out there, get up. I tell people all the time, come on a 30-minute chat, costs you effing nothing, and you might learn something. You don't know what you don't know. Just one small thing can change the game for you.
I'm always happy to give 30 minutes to somebody that's willing to have a go. Like
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah,
I'm not gonna tell you how to do it, but
yeah,
I'll certainly sense check your ideas.
yeah,
And yeah, like say I would rather try and fail than not try.
yeah.
So
Correct.
that
It's not a 30-minute fix either, guys. You've got to get and have a go. So looking ahead, what's your hopes and aspirations for the future, Gareth?
Yeah, well, I've 2 young children. My son's 13 and my daughter's 8. I love spending more time with them because
Lovely.
by the time your child gets to the age of 13, you've already spent 75% of the time that you will with them because you
Yes.
start to see them less and less and less. So keeping the balance in my life with the 4-day week. Um, I'd like to do more due diligence work where I'm valuing assets for VC companies and accountants and lawyers because I enjoy the skill set that I've developed over the years for that. Just give me a quick drink, sorry.
You're right. I get that.
I I'm also like we're an agency that does X million dollars. I'd like to sort of maybe look at combining with a few other agencies in certain different marketing channels
Other
to
different
see if
spots.
we can
Yep.
make
Yep.
yeah, and just see if we can merge and make a bigger agency that
Help each other.
one day yeah, well one day we can exit as well. Like I don't want to be doing this forever.
No, that's right. Yeah, there's always something new coming along. And AI, guys, AI, if you're not into AI has changed the game. If you don't get a few good AI people on your team that know how to prompt, etc., AI's been a game changer. Wouldn't you agree, Gareth?
I mean, if you think about how far it's come in the last 18 months, can you
Oh,
imagine what it's going to be like in 5 years?
man,
Like it's going to
I
be
can't keep up with it daily. I'm having challenges daily with stuff.
I have no idea what the workplace is going to look like for my children.
No.
Like are they just going to be robots doing all the work? And
Yeah.
it's
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
who knows? But
are we going to see flying cars or what? You don't know, do we?
it's exciting. Like
Yeah,
I'm
absolutely.
fully embracing the technology. So the
Yeah.
technology is
I
definitely. I
smile at
know
people that say, "Oh, you done this with AI." I said, "Yeah, sure." And it took me 15 minutes. Would you rather I spent 2 days and charged you for 2 days? Right.
all about efficiency. I'm an efficiency master. So yeah, it's all about
Yeah,
efficiency.
absolutely. Tell me, what's the best way for our listeners and people watching this to reach out and find out more about you and your wonderful agency?
Yeah, well, the social network that I'm most frequently on will be LinkedIn and Facebook.
Yes.
So if you just search my name, Gareth Hoyle, I should be there at the top of the list. Um, you can find me at garethhoyle.com. You can find me at marketingsignals.com. You can drop me an email, gareth@marketingsignals.com. I'm always happy to help people because people helped me when I was starting out.
That's right.
So,
Yeah, what goes around comes around,
with
doesn't it? And
absolutely,
one of my favorite sayings, guys, and listen to this carefully, some of the best ideas come out of the mouths of idiots. So listen to everybody. All right. And to back that up,
I can attest to that.
yeah, absolutely. Me too. I've made millions, guys, from ideas that people gave me who I didn't even consider would have an idea in their head. An ex-girlfriend gave me one where I made over $10 million. And I said to her at the time, I said, that's a stupid idea. But I said to myself, wow, I'm going to do that when I get back. She was awesome. It cost me $250,000 for that one, but I got off cheap, guys, because I made millions from that idea that she gave me. So it was good. Before we wrap it up, which we're about to do, tell us a fun fact that most people don't know about you.
A fun fact about me is I hate questions like that. There you go. No, I'm obsessed with traveling. I try and go away once a month. I honestly don't believe that we were put on this world to work. Like
No,
you have to do a little bit so that
pay your bills,
you can't
yep.
live on nothing. Yeah. But I think that use your intelligence like I try and do to set yourself up so that you can see the world. Like this work has taken me from Los Angeles to Sydney via Tehran and everywhere in between.
Awesome.
So
awesome.
It's I just love to travel. It's good for your soul to experience.
And not only that, isn't it funny how people open up? You meet people you've never met before in your life, and you're having chats like your old friends over a beer or a coffee, whatever, right? And you meet some bloody interesting people, And I've done a bit of traveling myself, and I just love it, guys. You don't know what you don't know. You just get out there, guys, and do it. And like I said to Gavin earlier, one of my secrets for traveling is as soon as I come back, I book the next one. Because if I don't, time gets away. I get back into work, and time gets away, and I don't do anything. So the idea is book one, then come back and book the next one. Even if they're only every quarter, guys, or depending on your financials, every 6 months, book the next one. And thank me later. Anyone wants to come to the Philippines, I've got a couple of nice condos here, guys. I'll look after you and show you around. So the offer's there if anyone wants to get off their ass and make the move. So you've been an awesome guest today, Gavin. It's been nice having you here. And I shall be reaching out to you, buddy. But if you come this way, make sure you look me up. And when you're in Vietnam,
100%.
I may well touch base with you in Vietnam in March. You were saying, because it's on my radar. I was going to go January, but I might delay it a bit. I might go back the other way. I might go to Thailand first, and then off to Vietnam.
Well, I'll happily take you around Saigon for a few beverages and a tomahawk steak on me.
Sounds good to me. All right, buddy. Thanks very much for being on the show today. All the best.